We have 3 that are involved with Trinity. My husband is a 1985 graduate, and then I have a son, Matthew, who graduated in 2018, and I have my son, David, who will be a sophomore. When our kids were in grade school and starting to shadow and tour different schools, we wanted them to go and look at all the different schools that were out there. It was their choice. Matthew, being the oldest, was the first to shadow Trinity and loved it from the beginning. When he started at Trinity, he was a little bit nervous. We weren't expecting that because we had been so involved since my husband had graduated from here. And when he got here, he was a little nervous, so I didn't want to be that mom, but I was, and I reached out to a couple of teachers and a couple of coaches, and they took the time to sit down with him and tell him, "You're going to be fine. It's natural and normal to be nervous, but you're going to be fine." They didn't coddle him. They kind of pushed him along, and he had a great experience here. He told me a couple weeks ago that he was asked to kind of do a follow-up on what life has been like since he graduated from Trinity, and when I read it, he still had the same excitement in him today as he did when he was actually here. And some of the things that he mentioned in the letter was that it wasn't an education as much as it was an experience. And that to me was huge, because I knew that he was getting the education because of the colleges that he was accepted to, but that he just got an overall experience. And I think that Trinity, some things that they tell the kids is that once you leave here, you will be prepared for whatever road you take, whether it's military, whether it's college, a vocation, you are prepared once you leave here. My son David, who's going to be a sophomore, very different from Matthew, but so far he's had a fantastic experience. His freshman year was cut short a little bit because of the pandemic, but he was always my sports kid in grade school, and once he got here, there were so many opportunities for him. He is friends with kids, of course, that he plays basketball with, but he's also friends with kids that do video production and are in the theater. Once he got here, there's so many opportunities. He was able to kind of branch out and get more of that experience also. And then I think about, as a parent, how there's so many different ways to get involved. There's the moms groups, and there's all the open houses that you can come to, the tea times that they have. Everything that Trinity offers, from when you are looking, it follows through while they're at school. They're 4 years here, but then also once they graduate, they have a moms group who they do care packages for the kids that are away at college. And all the moms kind of come together and they bring their own donation, and you walk around and you get a care package for your kid. So, and send it off to college, and who doesn't love that? So it is the whole experience when you're here, from the time that you're shadowing and looking at the high schools far beyond graduation. My husband this week also there was a teacher here when he was here, a teacher and a coach, and he retired a couple of years ago, and a bunch of them got together and went out to celebrate this teacher for no reason. And it was amazing to me that still the faculty is still involved, and years and years later, and that they still have that brotherhood where friends that he graduated with came in from out of town, not for a retirement party, but just because they realized the impact that teacher and coach had on their lives forever.